counting, family just hit a mileage milestone with their SUV, and News 8.
It's something Wilson Hershey has done thousands of times. Take his 1995 Chevy Suburban out for a drive.
Would you believe there are SUVs out there that can hit 1 million miles without needing a single repair? Most SUVs are marketed as tough, but the truth? They start breaking down as soon as you drive them off the lot. Yet, some legendary models keep going and going, tough enough to reach 1 million miles. These $5,000 gems are what dealerships don't want you to know about. And today, we're diving into the best of them. How did these SUVs outlast the competition? What makes them so reliable? Where others fail? And why are dealerships quietly avoiding them? Stay tuned, because these vehicles are worth every penny. Chevrolet Suburban, it's the SUV that's carried families, freight, and everything in between for decades, and it's still not done. The Chevrolet Suburban is not just an icon of American family life. It is an icon of American mechanical durability. Built during an era when sport utility vehicles were expected to pull trailers, haul loads, cross rough terrain, and last a lifetime, the Suburban from the late 1990s to the early 2000s is a legitimate million-mile contender. Especially when equipped with the legendary 5.7-liter Vortec V8 engine, this machine has earned a reputation for outlasting not only other vehicles, but even their second and third owners. Let's break down exactly why the Chevrolet Suburban, specifically model years from 1990 through 2002, deserves its place on this list. First, the heart of this machine. The 5.7-liter Vortec V8 engine is a bulletproof power plant. Known in the mechanical world for its simple, cast-iron block construction, traditional fuel injection system, and nearly indestructible rotating assembly, this engine was not built for looks or efficiency. It was built for endurance. With proper oil changes and cooling system maintenance, these engines can routinely hit 500,000 miles without needing a rebuild. In rare but well-documented cases, Suburbans with this setup have reached 1 million miles on the original engine block, still firing reliably on all 8 cylinders. Second, let's talk about the transmission. While not as legendary as the engine, the 4-speed automatic transmissions used in these models, particularly the 4L60E and later the 4L80E, were rugged, easily rebuildable, and cheap to replace. In high-mileage Suburbans, transmission swaps are often the only major mechanical event, and even those are often preventive rather than reactive. Many owners simply choose to replace the transmission at 300,000 miles and drive the Suburban another 500,000 after that. Third, consider the body-on-frame construction. Unlike modern crossovers, which use unibody construction, these Suburbans are literally built like pickup trucks underneath. The ladder frame allows for durability that can't be matched by modern vehicles designed with weight savings in mind. Combine that with extremely common, affordable replacement parts and a massive national parts supply chain, and the Suburban becomes almost eternal. From families to contractors, ranchers to road trippers, the Chevrolet Suburban has served as the loyal workhorse of America. It has towed trailers, carried 7 passengers, survived Midwestern winters, and powered through desert highways, all with the same rugged dependability. There are verified reports of Suburbans reaching 700,000, 800,000, and in rare cases, over 1 million miles, still using the original drivetrain. If you can find one today for under 5,000 United States dollars, with records and no rust, it may be the best investment you'll ever make. Because once you drive one of these beasts, you'll understand. They were never built to be trendy. They were built to last forever. But if Detroit gave us muscle and mileage, Japan was quietly building legends. Rugged machines designed to survive the apocalypse, and then ask for more. Let's go there next. If this list is already making you rethink your next vehicle, hit that like button, and drop a comment with your most trusted high-mileage SUV. We just might feature it in the next countdown. Let's hear what you're driving. Isuzu Trooper. Forget the spotlight. The Isuzu Trooper was built for the shadows, where reliability matters more than looks, and strength speaks louder than style. Produced over 2 generations from the year 1992 through the year 2002, the Trooper was Isuzu's flagship mid-size sport utility vehicle, designed with a simple mission: take you anywhere, bring you back, and never complain about it. While it never achieved the mass popularity of its Japanese rivals from Toyota or Nissan, the Isuzu Trooper quietly built a cult following among mechanics, off-roaders, and high-mileage drivers who knew exactly what they were getting. A tough-as-nails machine that could keep going well into the high 100,000-mile range. and, with the right care, even touch the million-mile mark. Under the hood, early models of the Isuzu Trooper were equipped with a 3.2-liter V6 engine that would later be updated to a 3.5-liter version. Both engines were known for their strong low-end torque, mechanical simplicity, and long-lasting durability. The 3.2-liter version, in particular, was praised for its iron block construction, minimal electronic interference, and high tolerance for neglect. Drivers and technicians alike found that with oil changes, basic cooling system upkeep, and valve adjustments when needed, these engines could survive mileage counts that many modern engines would never reach without major repairs. Beyond the powertrain, the Isuzu Trooper was built on a true body-on-frame chassis, giving it real off-road capability and structural strength. This design was not only ideal for rugged terrains and unpaved roads, but also helped absorb wear over hundreds of thousands of miles. With coil spring suspension at all four corners and optional four-wheel drive, it was a legitimate contender in the overland world, even if it was not always recognized as such. The interior was straightforward, functional, and surprisingly roomy, offering genuine comfort for long trips and daily commutes alike. Another hidden strength of the Isuzu Trooper was its lack of complexity. With fewer electronic modules than its modern counterparts, the Trooper was more resilient to age-related electrical failures. For the do-it-yourself mechanics or budget-minded owners, this simplicity meant easier diagnostics, cheaper repairs, and longer intervals between part failures. Many Troopers also shared parts across different Isuzu platforms, making replacements relatively inexpensive and available even decades after production ceased. While the Trooper never achieved the fame of the Toyota Land Cruiser or the sales volume of the Ford Explorer, it earned something far rarer: deep respect from those who knew what it could do. Reports of Troopers reaching 400,000, 500,000, and even 600,000 miles are not uncommon in enthusiast communities. A few well-documented cases suggest some examples have pushed past 700,000 miles, with original engines and transmissions still intact. For under $5,000 United States dollars, a well-maintained Isuzu Trooper from the late 1990s offers unmatched value. You get genuine off-road chops, a drivetrain with proven staying power, and a vehicle that, while underrated, may outlive anything else on your block. That was a working-class hero with dirt in its veins. Now let's pivot to a polished ride that hides one of the most reliable hearts ever put into a vehicle. It's luxury with longevity baked in. Lexus RX300. On the surface, the Lexus RX300 doesn't scream toughness, but under the hood, it quietly outlasts vehicles twice its size and price. It has soft curves, a luxurious ride, and the unmistakable air of a suburban commuter rather than a rugged workhorse. But do not be fooled by its smooth exterior or upscale branding. Beneath the leather seats and polished wood trim lies the beating heart of a machine built with the kind of over-engineering that defined a golden era of Japanese automotive design. Manufactured between the years 1999 and 2003, the Lexus RX300 is a crossover that defies its image, offering exceptional reliability, longevity, and affordability in ways that only the most discerning drivers have come to appreciate. The Lexus RX300 was the very first entry in what would later become one of the most successful luxury sport utility vehicle lines in the world. But unlike many modern luxury crossovers, the RX300 was not designed to be flashy or finicky. It was built on the same mechanical platform as the Toyota Camry, using the ultra-reliable 3.0-liter 1MZFE 6-cylinder engine. This engine is legendary among mechanics and high-mileage drivers for its ironclad reputation. Known for its smooth operation, low maintenance requirements, and remarkable tolerance for wear, this power plant has been found in vehicles that have comfortably exceeded 500,000 miles, and in rare cases, even approached the 1 million mile mark without requiring a rebuild. The transmission, a 4-speed automatic, was another point of strength. While not particularly sporty or quick, it was designed for durability and smoothness. With regular fluid changes and minimal abuse, many units have been known to last well beyond 300,000 miles without any major issues. Coupled with a full-time all-wheel drive option and a suspension tuned more for comfort than complexity, the Lexus RX300 delivered a driving experience that was not only luxurious, but also extremely stable and reliable across decades of use. Inside, the RX300 featured amenities that were ahead of their time, but what truly stands out 20 years later is the quality of the materials and the simplicity of the electronics. The dashboard, while refined, did not rely on touchscreens or complicated computer systems, which are often failure points in newer vehicles. Everything was built to last, from the power seats to the sunroof to the climate control system. Many of these vehicles are still running today, with all their original interior components functioning properly, a rarity in any vehicle over 2 decades old. Because the Lexus RX300 shares so many components with the Toyota Camry, maintenance and repair costs remain incredibly low. Replacement parts are readily available, and any competent mechanic can service them without special equipment. This makes it not just a luxurious choice, but a practical one, especially when you consider that used models can be found for under $5,000 United States dollars with proper service records. We just saw luxury wrapped in reliability. Now brace yourself for something tougher. No frills, no fear, just a street-legal mountain goat that eats rough roads for breakfast. Nissan Xterra. No leather, no fluff, no ego. The Nissan Xterra was designed to haul gear, tackle trails, and get the job done every single time. It was not marketed to status seekers or aimed at urban professionals chasing prestige badges. No, the Nissan Xterra was designed for a different purpose altogether: utility, durability, and honest-to-goodness toughness. Produced from the year 2000 through the year 2004, the first-generation Nissan Xterra was built for people who needed a sport utility vehicle that could climb mountains, carry gear, and take a beating without ever asking for sympathy. When equipped with the 4.0-liter V6 engine and a 5-speed manual transmission, this rugged rig earned a reputation as one of the most unkillable mid-size sport utility vehicles of its era. Let us start with the engine. The early Nissan Xterras used a 3.3-liter V6 engine known as the VG30E, which was later upgraded to a supercharged version in select models. While not the most powerful engine on the road, it was built with simplicity and longevity in mind. It had a cast iron block, a reputation for running cool under load, and a mechanical layout that was refreshingly straightforward. Routine maintenance tasks like replacing belts, spark plugs, and hoses could be done without complex tools or expensive dealership visits. Many examples have crossed 300,000 miles, with little more than oil changes and timing belt replacements. Some have reportedly topped 500,000 miles while still using the original block and heads, especially in the hands of careful owners. The real star of the show, however, is the 5-speed manual transmission. While automatic transmissions of the time were often the weak link in high-mileage vehicles, the manual gearbox in the Xterra proved to be one of its strongest assets. Durable synchros, strong gears, and a clutch system that could be replaced for a few hundred United States dollars made it a favorite among do-it-yourself drivers. Combined with part-time four-wheel drive and a low-range transfer case, the Xterra could go places few crossovers would dare to follow, and it could do so with absolute confidence and dependability. Inside the cabin, the Xterra was basic, but deliberately so. The materials were rugged, the layout was practical, and nothing was included unless it served a function. Cloth seats, hard plastics, and analog gauges were the norm, making it easy to clean and even easier to maintain. Roof racks, cargo nets, and a first aid kit mounted in the tailgate reminded drivers that this was a vehicle designed for adventures, not errands. And unlike many modern vehicles loaded with electronics that fail after 10 years, the Xterra's simpler systems have proven remarkably long-lived. In terms of affordability, early Nissan Xterras can still be found on the used market for well under $5,000 United States dollars. That is a small price to pay for a vehicle that has proven its mettle on trails, in snowstorms, and through years of hard labor. If you want a sport utility vehicle that does not flinch when the going gets tough, the Nissan Xterra stands ready. That was grit with gears. Now meet the off-roader so tough, it became the gold standard for global durability. This next legend doesn't just last. It leads. Toyota Land Cruiser 80 series. Between 1990 and 1997, Toyota gave us the Land Cruiser 80 series, not a luxury SUV, but a purpose-built tank designed to endure where others break. It is a global legend, a symbol of unstoppable reliability, and arguably one of the most overbuilt machines to ever wear a license plate. While its competitors were focused on style and trends, Toyota's engineers set out to build something that could survive in the harshest environments on Earth. What they created was a sport utility vehicle so tough, so reliable, and so capable that it is still being used today by militaries, aid organizations, and remote outposts across continents. It is not uncommon to find an 80 series Land Cruiser with over 500,000 miles on the odometer, and it is not rare for one to push past the 1 million mile mark. At the heart of the 80 series is the legendary 4.5-liter inline six-cylinder engine, designated the 1FZFE. This engine is widely respected among mechanics and enthusiasts for its cast-iron block, forged steel crankshaft, and generous oiling system. Built to endure rather than impress, it was designed with longevity in mind rather than peak performance. With regular oil changes and proper cooling system maintenance, this power plant is known to reach upwards of 600,000 miles without requiring a rebuild. It has an uncanny ability to absorb abuse, handle extreme temperatures, and keep ticking long after lesser engines have given up. The transmission and drivetrain are equally stout. Many models came equipped with a full-time four-wheel drive system, a two-speed transfer case, and locking differentials, mechanical features that gave the Land Cruiser unmatched traction and durability in off-road conditions. The automatic transmissions used in these vehicles were overbuilt and generously cooled, while the manual versions were favored by purists for their simplicity and serviceability. Either way, these components were engineered to last hundreds of thousands of miles under conditions most vehicles will never encounter. The chassis is a full ladder frame design made of thick steel, designed to carry loads over rough terrain without flexing or cracking. The suspension system features solid axles front and rear, with coil springs that offer both flexibility and strength. This setup not only makes the Land Cruiser a beast off-road, but also ensures that key components are accessible and easy to service, a trait that becomes more valuable as mileage climbs. Inside, the Land Cruiser was both utilitarian and refined. The materials used were rugged but not cheap, built to endure the sun, sand, mud, and snow without falling apart. The controls were mechanical, the electronics minimal, and the layout simple enough for repairs to be done in the field if needed. There are 80 series models still in operation in Africa, Australia, South America, and even the Arctic. Their continued presence in these regions is a testament to just how well they were built. For under $5,000 United States dollars, a high-mileage Toyota Land Cruiser 80 series in solid mechanical shape is one of the best values in the used market today. These are not just old trucks, they are war horses. That was global toughness at its finest. But what if you could have vault-like durability and whisper-smooth comfort in the same package? This next machine rewrote the luxury rulebook. Lexus LS400. Don't let the body fool you. The Lexus LS400, built from 1990 to 1997, is one of the toughest, longest-running machines ever made. Sport utility vehicle or not, while it might surprise some to see a luxury sedan in a countdown focused on long-lasting sport utility vehicles, the truth is that the Lexus LS400, especially from its first generation, is built so well and lasts so long that it often outperforms even the most rugged off-roaders in terms of reliability and cost of ownership. For drivers who value smoothness, refinement, and rock-solid engineering above all else, the Lexus LS400 remains one of the best-kept secrets on the used car market. The engine at the heart of the Lexus LS400 is the legendary 4.0-liter 1UZFE 8-cylinder power plant. This engine is often cited by automotive engineers as one of the finest internal combustion engines ever mass-produced. It features an all-aluminum block and heads, dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, and was designed from the ground up to be perfectly balanced, extraordinarily quiet, and exceptionally long-lasting. Lexus engineers spent over $1 billion United States dollars developing this engine, and their obsessive attention to detail paid off. The 1UZFE engine has been documented in real-world cases to last beyond 1 million miles without needing a rebuild. It is not a myth. It is a proven mechanical marvel. The 4-speed automatic transmission paired with the engine is equally refined and durable. With proper fluid changes every 30,000 miles, many of these gearboxes have logged over 500,000 miles with no major service required. Smooth and responsive when new, these transmissions often remain just as buttery decades later, even under demanding driving conditions. Maintenance costs are surprisingly low, given the vehicle's luxury pedigree, thanks in large part to Toyota's emphasis on simplicity and standardization of parts. Beyond the mechanicals, the Lexus LS400 was also built with durability in mind across every inch of the car. The suspension system, though soft and luxurious in feel, was built with robust components that age slowly and can be easily refreshed when needed. The leather interior resists wear better than most modern luxury vehicles. The dashboard materials remain intact even after decades in the sun. The electrical systems, although advanced for their time, are simple by modern standards and rarely fail. Perhaps most impressively, many of these cars are still available today for well under $5,000 United States dollars. That price gets you a vehicle that feels more solid, rides more quietly, and lasts longer than many new cars costing 10 times as much. The Lexus LS400 is a testament to what can happen when a manufacturer ignores trends and builds something with a singular focus on excellence. That was silk-wrapped strength. But now, it's time for the undisputed emperor of endurance. Built for the trail, trusted on every continent, and still going strong, this final beast wears the crown. If you're still watching, you're clearly serious about driving smarter and longer. Hit subscribe right now so you never miss the next hidden gem, because the SUVs in our upcoming list are even tougher, rarer, and still affordable. Stay ready. Toyota 4Runner. Taking the top spot is a machine that didn't earn its fame in showrooms, but on the road, in the dirt, and through every mile that would have broken a lesser vehicle. The third-generation Toyota 4Runner, built between the model years of 1996 through 2002, is not only one of the most beloved sport utility vehicles ever manufactured, but also one of the most reliable, long-lasting, and intelligently engineered vehicles in automotive history. This is the vehicle that proves Toyota's engineering philosophy of durability over decoration, mechanical strength over complexity, and function over fleeting trends. At the center of this unstoppable beast is the legendary 5VZFE engine, a 3.4-liter V6 power plant, known across the automotive world for its bulletproof construction. This engine was a masterpiece of Toyota's 1990s engineering, featuring a cast iron block, aluminum heads, and a timing belt system that is easy and inexpensive to replace every 90,000 miles. It runs cool, tolerates neglect, and has been known to last well past 500,000 miles with only routine oil changes. In fact, there are real-world documented examples of this engine reaching and surpassing the 1 million mile mark with the original internals still in place and still functioning perfectly. What makes this generation of the Toyota 4Runner even more remarkable is that it was never designed as a flashy luxury vehicle or a high-performance street machine. Instead, it was engineered from the ground up to be a dependable, go-anywhere, last-forever vehicle. Built on a true body-on-frame chassis, it shares much of its underpinnings with the Toyota Tacoma pickup truck, including a rugged suspension design, durable axles, and bulletproof drivetrain components. This construction makes it ideal not only for rough terrain and off-road driving, but also for daily commuting, cross-country road trips, and everything in between. The transmission options, either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic, were equally robust. Owners report that both variants can exceed 400,000 miles with nothing more than scheduled fluid changes. The transfer case and optional 4-wheel drive system are mechanical masterpieces in their own right, offering reliable engagement, minimal wear, and maximum longevity. Everything was built for real-world use, not showroom appeal. Inside, the Toyota 4Runner of this era offered just enough comfort to be livable without compromising on its rugged simplicity. The dashboard controls are analog, intuitive, and built to last. The cloth seats wear well, and even leather-equipped models show minimal deterioration after decades of use. Every knob, switch, and lever feels purposeful and robust, built to be used daily, not just admired. You can still find well-maintained examples of the third-generation Toyota 4Runner on the used market today for under $5,000 United States dollars. They may have 200,000 or even 300,000 miles on the odometer. But do not let that scare you. With proper care, these machines are only halfway through their life. They are proof that a well-built vehicle, driven with respect and maintained with consistency, can outlast nearly anything else on the road today. Before you hit the lot or scroll another listing, remember, real reliability isn't advertised, it's proven. These machines earned it mile by mile. Subscribe now because the next list could save you thousands. Don't buy blind, drive smart, drive forever, and let's outlast the system together.